Where do stories go? Well, they leave the author's pen. You have 2 minutes remaining to complete the scenario. It becomes my very own story. I should probably cut that out. Hello people, we are back for Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. We're gonna catch up. Yep, read everything that is available as of me recording this, which is the Monday before this goes up, which will be a Tuesday, which is when the chapter comes out. So yeah, we'll be reading, I think 4? I think I've got 4 to read today. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, let's run it, shall we? Yes, I think we shall. The tragedy that is unfolding before us. Episode 219. The 73rd Demon King has entered his 3rd phase. Let me drink some water. Oh. Your body has become harder. You better brace yourselves. You remember the order of the attacks, right? They've literally been trying to kill him. They got the strat down. Oh, that's such a cool panel. What the fuck? Good job. Just a little more. How is he still alive? I mean, he's the Demon King. You think it was going to be easy to kill? Oh my god, why does every shot look so cold? Oh my god, it's so dope! Oh, but he looks so weak. He does look like he's nearly, you're nearly there. A nameless constellation is looking at their incarnation. Mister, please. I can't. Fine. Let's go, Gilliam. We have to be the ones to do it. She's getting serious. Here it is. The bug dragon. It is ballin' as fuck. Like, this thing's designed so cool. Tier 2 monster. Chimera dragon is refusing to follow its master's orders. Tier 2 monster, Chimera Dragon, is scared of the 73rd Demon King. You have 9 minutes remaining to complete the scenario. Yep, using his bug ability, because it is bot bug. There we are, they've got it. Chapter 35, the 73rd Demon King, Part 10. I've healed you as much as I could. And she's out. But, here he comes. The protagonist. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. What the hell? Oh, we got 3 to read. We got 3. I was right when I said 3 last week. In my head, the numbers didn't add up, and then they did, and then they didn't, and then they did again when I just looked right now. You have 5 minutes remaining to complete the scenario. God, every fucking shot of it looks so good, man! It's the black wings. There's nothing cooler than black wings. Like, they're so cool. Here it is. Oh, you know that's good. That, oh, I think I know what I'm doing for the thumbnail. Just wordless. Episode 220. All the cuts that have been made. You have 4 minutes remaining to complete the scenario. Don't look at me like that. Oh, it should be me. It should have been me who had to die here. We should end it now, Jinhyuk. It's time to use that. I don't know what you're talking about. Stop pretending. I know you've been avoiding using that on purpose. Just say what it is. Just say what it is. But you won't be able to resurrect if I use that. That's exactly why you need to. I can't resurrect while I'm still a Demon King. Can I? I was hoping I would never need to use it. Same here. Not anymore. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire is in despair. Heavenly Sword of Gathering Clouds. Also known as Amano Murakamo no Tsurugi. Is the sword he got after defeating Yamato no Orochi's shadow in Peaceland. Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband lets out a deep sigh. Sun Wukong not impressed. The source of power for my resurrection. Attribute 8 lives is the constellation Yamato no Orochi. It can't help but be weak against the sword that I end up killing it. That sword slashes me. I'll lose the remaining lives I have. Constellation Queen of the Darkest Spring holds her breath. To be honest, I'm not even sure if this will do the job. I'm not confident I'll be able to kill you with my current attack power. Don't worry about that. An unnamed constellation granted their incarnation a stigma. The effect of the stigma, Will of Sacrifice, level 1, has been activated. The master of the stigma has risked their life for someone else. The party's attack power has risen in proportion to the desperation they're in. Oddly convenient. Thank you, everyone. The probability of the scenario takes control of your body. You have 3 minutes remaining to complete the scenario. This looks so good! Incarnation Dr. Kim will be driven to death by the being he loves the most. I almost forgot. The whole prophecies are metaphors. There wasn't a specific person who would end up killing me. Constellation Secretive Plotter. Who are you, Secretive Plotter? You're clearly just is watching you. In the Star Stream, all stories are considered to be living beings. Constellation Divine Judge of Fire is watching you. Constellation Prison of the Golden Headband is watching you. Constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon is watching you. Constellation God of Naval Warfare is watching you. The stories that will end up spelling my doom. It's creeping up on me, sentence by sentence. It was once like a parent to me. And other times it was my friend. And my lover. Interesting placement. Just saying. Cope. Although, it wasn't the Tosao that I knew. There was a story even more fascinating than any chapter that I'd read. There was a story even more fascinating than any chapter that I've read before. Where do stories go? Well, they leave the author's pen. You have 2 minutes remaining to complete the scenario. It becomes my very own story. A little constellation of a little planet is looking at you. All the constellations of the Korean Peninsula are watching your last moment. Your fate has been realized. Dr. Kim. We had a great run, didn't we? Your remaining lives have been removed due to the effect of the heavenly sword of gathering clouds. You can no longer resurrect. Survive, Yuck. Constellation, Prisoner of the Golden Headband, doesn't want you to die. Constellation, Abyssal Black Flame Dragon, doesn't want you to die. Dokja! Dokja! Constellation, Secretive Plotter, doesn't want you to die. Constellation, Demonic Judge of Fire, doesn't want you to die. The main scenario has ended. The Constellation, Demonic Judge of Fire, doesn't want you to die. Dokja! Constellation, Demonic Judge of Fire, doesn't want you to die. Constellation, Demonic Judge of Fire, doesn't want you to die. You're real. And stop now. It's all over. Constellation, Demonic Judge of Fire, doesn't want you to die. Thank you. Constellation, Demonic Judge of Fire, doesn't want you to die. Soul Dome has been freed. Someone has completed the 10th main scenario. It's finally over. We can leave. We made it out alive. We made it out of this living hell! Constellations of the pure good alignment have removed you from being declared evil. Your physical incarnation has perished completely. You have failed to clear the scenario. You've been expelled from the scenario. The Star Stream has announced your modifier. Your modifier is the Demon King of Salvation. Chapter 35. The 73rd Demon King, Part 11. Part of me really doesn't want to read the next chapter because I feel like that's too good of a... That's just such a perfect place to end it. But we will. I will push through. We will read one more. Someone has completed the 10th main scenario. Congratulations! You have passed the 10th scenario. You've completed the Liberator of the Soul Dome achievement. You can now escape from the Soul Dome. What happened to Mr. Dokja? Does anyone know? Please tell me what happened to him. Master! What happened to Mr. Dokja? Jinchuk, please tell us. I don't know myself what has happened to Dokja. The Constellation, Prisoner of the Golden Headband, is in despair. But he told me himself that he won't ever die. He told us that he'll come back to life. So why? Constellation, Abyssal Black Flame Dragon, lies down in place. Constellation, So I Ill Pill, breaks his pen in half. Constellation, God of Alcohol and Ecstasy, stares into the abyss. The constellations of the Korean Peninsula lament the death of a constellation. The constellations of the Korean Peninsula swear to hold someone's name in memory. There could be a way. If I regress now, Dokja may come back to life. However, get a hold of yourself, Jinhyuk. What if Dokja isn't here after I regress? Don't fool yourself into thinking things will get better if you keep repeating everything. What if the Dokja can might me the next round acts differently? So just live the life you're in now. It very well could be the case. This world you're about to abandon might be the one round that you have, where you can see the world to the end of the world as a human.
What are you guys still doing here? I'm sure you've all seen the system message. I see! You're all lamenting his death. What happened to Dokja? He was expelled from the scenario. I'm asking you what that's supposed to mean. Is he alive or is he dead? I don't know. But whether it be an incarnation or a constellation, there's no way for those who have been expelled from the scenarios to survive. That's all I know. You should focus on the scenario you're in instead of wasting your time on such trivial matters. You still have not fully escaped from the Soul Dome just yet.
Escape scenario has been initiated. Soul Dome will be closed off soon. You must escape Soul Dome within half a day. The escape route will be provided to you. You will die unless you escape the Soul Dome within the given time limit.
Dang it. Let's get a move on.
Into that guy and her.
This must be the exit.
Well, if we leave this place, what's waiting on the other side? Only 3 people now. Well, 2 now.
Jin-hyuk. Don't waste the chance Dokja gave you.
I won't give up on my current life. So all of you do the same. Let's go. And in the darkness, walked Dr. Kim, who came to be all alone. Episode 221, chapter 36. The Story's Horizon, part 1. That feels very fourth wall-y. All the bones in his body ached, and his skin was hardened like the skin of a dead animal. Rigor mortis. It's the voice of the fourth wall. Where am I? I'm alive, thought Dr. Kim. Soul. You are currently expelled from the scenario. You are currently outside the scenario area. I would have been flooded with messages from the constellations. All I see now is the system messages. Dr. Kim began to think. I really am alone now. Soul's become an out-of-bounds area. My friends must have escaped safely. As happy as he was, Dokja also felt a tinge of sadness. Now that he was alone, he had a task to accomplish. It was for that task that he chose the path of a miserable death. Walking the streets of Seoul, Dokja became immersed in his memories of recent events. Everywhere he went, he saw the places where he had taken part in the scenario with his friends. That's when he was reminded once again that he had now become part of Twasa. Well, there we are. It's not over yet. Dokja's got a plan. Will he ever be able to reunite with the gang? I bloody well hope so. I bloody well hope so. I'm sure everybody does as well. What a fucking story, man. That's unreal. Stretch. That's so good. I genuinely have no idea where this is going to go from here on out. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed this reaction. It'll be a couple of weeks before the next one. Next week we'll be back to Triple S Class Revival / Hunter. Leave a like, comment, sub, share the video around. You know the usual YouTube stuff. And with that all out of the way, I've been Animosity, you've been you, and I hope to catch you all next time for another video. Ta-ta for now.